I think my background is enough to justify what the heck has happened this past few weeks. I know. First, your girl got copyright claimed, which I didn't understood because for some reason they could have just copyrighted my whole content. It's not really a copyright strike, but rather a copyright claim saying that they owe that certain scene. If you guys don't know that scene, I remember it quite well. It was 219 to 306, I believe. So they wanted me to delete that. At first, I was planning to dispute the copyright, but for some reason that would take legal actions, meaning that I have to even bother to go to the court. No, your girl is too lazy to bother to go to the court, meaning that my video is blocked in South Korea. First of all, it's still my win. South Korea isn't really my target audience. So Kakao, if you're watching this, you're not gonna win. The heat index in Philippines, like this is exactly what it feels like to be in Philippines. Just flames everywhere, flames. It is hot. Not even an air conditioner can cope to how hot I'm feeling right now. It is so hot to the point where you just stand there and you'll sweat like a pig. It's disgusting. I hate it. Third of all, I've been going deeper down the rabbit hole of Eurovision, which just happened yesterday because I was seeing compilations of Eurovision ranging from I guess 2019 to 2018, which I'm not gonna lie. Why is Eurovision underappreciated? Like, yo, all the Europeans on one union having a song competition. How is that not cool already? Like, do you guys know Manes? I don't really know Maneskin. You guys know Maneskin? Like, they're sexy as Italians. All right. And Damiano David, oh my gosh. I had a bi panic between that girl and Damiano David. You guys don't even understand. But yeah, I guess that's what happened this past few weeks. I got copyright claimed, which I still won that case. I discovered Eurovision, and the heat index here is still hell. So yeah, thank you for listening to my complaint yun. So thank you for listening to my complaints for today. Make sure you listen to the next. I'm gonna have to need to be very silent because my father is talking to someone important on the phone. He's running errands. So this is episode 2 of Imitation. Everybody, ladies and gentlemen, sit tight. Here's your By the way, the one that I said that Maha had to quote unquote cross that hill was actually in episode 2 and is also the opening of it. We see Maha now running to go to the nearest city center, but whilst running in the cold, because her manager left her, of course, Ryok was there again to save her, giving her a jacket and walking her towards the city center, which also is, by the way, we get to see a memory of Ryok and Maha from the past, talking about how Maha wants to move to Seoul and Ryok saying that her father will doubt it. And then there ends the flashback of it, and then going back to Ryok has successfully walked Maha to the city center, and Maha said that she can handle herself from there on. And then she was left, of course, and our second lead man, Eugene, was there to save her. And driving for, I guess, 6 hours, which is what the hell? Listen, that's actually a very far place. Eugene was able to reach and send Maha home, only to find out that after he gets home, his members was being scolded for his action. The manager called Eugene's action unprofessional and risky and asking him what did he do with the manager van. And because of this, one of the member was pissed off of him, and that member was Hyuno, which I'm not going to lie, I actually kind of appreciate also the fact that they showed the reality here that some members are not always close, or in general, as we see now, they're not close entirely. And for me, I think it's okay to see each other as coworkers, which is sad And it's also unironically okay for me because you can't really please everybody. I think as long as you respect your members as a coworker and as long as nothing bad is happening, I guess it could really stay that way. Then we see Maha and the girls talking on how they want to quit on their dreams, from Hyunji saying that she isn't really that talented and is just average, to Ria saying that she's only stuck at singing in weddings, which basically summarizes that these three girls want to start a new life together and they just want to be normal people again. Then the scene cuts off with Shax. It appears to be that they are engaging in a public interview, basically just answering the questions. One woman walk up to them and ask if there's a possibility of Angel returning. And of course, this question was dismissed. The manager said to her that she should stick to the valid question. And of course, as Ryok is a best friend of Yunjo, that pissed him off, causing the interview to get canceled, and it ended there. Then our POV shifts to Shax's ex-manager Ji Hak and Sparkling's manager. They both talked about how if Sparkling didn't manage to make a hit song in their third year, it's over for Sparkling, which is, by the way, a no good sign. And also, wait, I'm just gonna slip this here. I listened to Sparkling's song, and well, I didn't listen to the entirety of the song. I just listened to the intro. Listen, I'm just not gonna comment. All right, it's up to you and Jesus. I'm not. I'm not saying that the song was downright horrendous, because let's be real, only Sans part carried the song. The rest parts gave such clown vibes. I'm sorry, but Seong's rap had me wheezing. Guys, these are moments that we should thank the Lord for having a producer like Hongjoong in the team. Never should have trusted Yosung when he said this song slapped the hardest. But for some reason, for one reason and one reason only, I found that unintentionally, ironically, stupidly witty. But it's witty of them to make a basic song for Sparkling and actually make good songs for Shocks, because it really separates, it really makes a boundary to how NOG is indeed a good company, hence to why they can afford to have really good producers rather than Sparkling, who every song is better except for Diamond. Diamond is just dumpster fire. No wonder why they're in the verge of this band. Like, okay, I'm straying away from the topic. Anywho, back to the actual topic. Actually, going back to G-Hack, he was planning to come back and form a group. So Sparkling's manager handed Maha and the two other girls his portfolio, and there they started planning and laying out what actually is to do. And there we see our DILF CEO again, saying that they should take care of Ryuk since he's the only one making money for NOG, and also to take care of the fact check reporter. And skipping ahead, Maha is now living her life as a normal person, and she's able to finally get her stuff back from her manager that ran away. So as she was walking down the street, she receives a mysterious call, and she responded to that call saying that she's not interested. So, assuming that that is a company wanting to scout her again, then she goes back to the dorm with her new short haircut, asking them if they also received a word call earlier. And shockingly, they all did, from a company called JH Entertainment. So she called Shax's manager, which is the Shax's manager's name is actually Taegun. Maha was asking if she can talk to Eugene, but of course he wouldn't let him. Then he proceeds to ask Maha if Ji Hak called her, and then she dropped the call. They decided to give it a shot, because why not? Since He's G-Hack after all. And also, by the way, the JH Entertainment is actually a cafe. And it's actually a good concept considering that their name is, spoiler alert, Tea Party. So they did an audition, they danced to their supposed debut song, and G-Hack liked it, and he said that he wanted to work with them again. So Tea Party, wait, Omega 3, which is now Tea Party, decided to go with it because why not? They would be paid minimum wage. Also, this means there's no dating ban. So G-Hack, their CEO, was able to get these three girls to have an appearance on a TV show where they were able to showcase their talent and the realities of being a trainee. Hyunji even mentioned that some companies consider the expenses they spend on their trainees, and because of this, some trainees are in debt. Again, going back to the interview, indeed, this system has its own strength and weaknesses. And of course, Ryok was watching the interview together with Queen Larima. And then, whilst they were watching together, they saw Maha again showcasing her imitation of Larima in the interview. And then the interview ended, and because of this, Tea Party became number one in the searches and they became trending. They were receiving both criticism and compliments from the Korean public. Then skipping, which I guess like a day or an hour, I don't really know. It's not really specified. Maha was called to make an appearance on this TV program, and of course, she was dolled up, but later on got picked because they said she needed to appear again as her other persona imitating Larima. And again, this made her the hot topic and she got a lot of hate from it. And then I guess I will end it right there because some parts are kind of unnecessary to me, but the way that I remember it, Maha performed as Larima, and which later on got the real Larima pissed off because she was quote unquote flirting with Ryok. And that's the end of the second episode. Since your girl got copyright claimed, I'm just going to explain the theory to you again because YouTube is being a biatch. So the theory was Annie and Injo might have been in a relationship together, causing Annie to get pregnant. And how did I come up with it? Going back to Omega Entertainment, when Annie, Hyunji, and Ria had a rehearsal, they had a little quarrel with the manager, causing Annie to walk out of the building. And while she was walking out of the building, she come across Shax's former manager, Ji Hak, and then they chatted together. Ji Hak was asking her what was her age and how long has she been training and why does this need to happen. Then how did I knew that it may be related to Yunja? Going back to NOG when Shax was fighting over sauce, their new manager asked them to clean, and Yunjo was, I guess, called by Jihak. And as Ryok was done cleaning himself, he heard Jihak shouting, "Do you know how serious this situation is?" And again, judging by how Yunjo has the same model of phone as Annie, yep, they're together, all right. And yeah, that's it. That's the end. I hope that YouTube won't act like a biatch again. And I hope that I can monetize at least one content when the time comes, because I swear if all of my content gets copyright claimed, I'm going to commit arson.